everyone, this is Neha, your GIS coach. In this video, we are going to understand about Google Earth Engine. So here comes what is Google Earth Engine. So Earth Engine is a platform for scientific analysis and visualization of geospatial data sets for academic, non-profit, business and government users. Earth Engine hosts satellite imagery and stores it in a public data archive that includes historical Earth images going back more than 40 years. The images ingested on a daily basis are then made available for global scale data mining. Earth Engine also provides APIs and other tools to enable the analysis of large data sets. So how is Earth Engine is different from Google Earth? So Google Earth enables you to travel, explore and learn about the world by interacting with the virtual world. You can view satellite imagery, maps, terrain, 3D buildings and much more. Earth Engine, on the other hand, is a tool for analyzing geospatial information. So you can analyze forest and water coverage, land use changes or assess the health of agricultural fields, among many other possible analyses. While the two tools rely on some of the same data, only some of Google Earth's imagery and data is available for analysis in Earth Engine. Now, let us begin with understanding in practical what is Earth Engine and what are the tools available, what data we can analyze. So, let's get started. Okay, so now first thing is you just open your browser and type earthengine.google.com and click enter, and then you can see here this is your Google Earth Engine page. Okay, please visit to this page so that you can understand in deep that what is Google Earth Engine. Be familiar with the page so that you can learn very easily the things. Okay, then you can see here FAQ, that some theory part related to your Earth Engine and time lapse. Okay, and then certain case studies are available in this page here, and this is a platform where it explained about the Google Earth Engine code page, and this is your blog. Please visit to this page so that you will get to know about what is the things. Okay, so after when coming to this page, just first thing you have to do is sign up. You can see here I have already signed into my Google account. So if you are a new user, I'll show you just by logging out. So here this Google account is very important because we are working a cloud-based system, right? So if you are downloading any data, so it will be directly downloaded to your drive, or you can give any Dropbox link. So the data will directly download to that particular Dropbox or any storage, cloud storage. Okay, so this is very important. If you don't give any account, then it won't be open. So continue now and click on this my account. Just click on next. Okay, so this is what if you are already signed in, this page will arise. So then click on this try the code editor. Okay, Okay, so this is your Google Earth Engine code editor interface. So first we will start with the scripts. Scripts is nothing but where when we write any code in the code editor, that code will be saved in any of the folders like the file, folder or repository. And then we have the document which is called the API document. We will be using this document in the code editor. And then we have assets where we can load the raster data, shape files or any of the data folder here. And this is where our code editor where we are going to write the code here. And this is where get link. Get link is nothing but, so if you have saved any data in any of the Dropbox or any of the Google Drive, any cloud storage, so you can use the URL directly here so that you can load the data. And saving your scripts, and then after completion of the code you can run by using this run tab. And if you want to write new code, just you want to erase the things, the older one, and you can click on this reset. And then we have the inspector, so it will inspect the particular layer which we used to work. And then we have the console. It's nothing but when you run the code, the output will be arised in this side. And then we have a task, so this is a task manager. And this question mark you can see here, this is your help desk. And you can see this in the bottom side, so you can see this map. So if you click on the terrain, see it will be automatically load into a terrain like this. So if you just disable this, the terrain will erase. Okay, and then if you click on the satellite, it will show the satellite images. And this plus and minus, you know that if you want to zoom, just click on the plus sign, and if you want to zoom out, just the negative sign. And this is the stop drawing, like just move, you can move this like this. And you can use this for point, and this is for line feature. And you can draw a shapes, rectangular or irregular shapes. So if you want to load, like if you want to capture any particular place, so you can use this rectangle and irregular shapes to for capturing that particular data. Or else you can also load, if you have the shape file, you can load. So clear? Okay, so first thing I will just start with how to load any shape file. Okay, so just click on this assets and click on this new, and you can go with the shape files here, and you can see your source files. So what I'll do is just select and I'll click on this shape file. So here you can see the message, the .shp file must be accompanied by the other file extensions. So now what we have did, we have just choose the one file, right? So but that is a wrong way of choosing the file. So now what you have to do is, so select and select all the file. Okay, so now it is loaded correctly. So this is what, when you are loading any shapefile, you have to use all the extension of that particular file, otherwise it won't be loaded. So here you can just give whatever name you want to your particular file, and then click on upload. See, you can see here task, it will get highlighted, and then you can see whether how the processing is taking place. See here, this is getting rotated, that means it is in process now.
So it will take around some seconds, like 15 seconds, 20 seconds. It depends on the file size. Just load so that you can see. Okay, so now you can see. So this is what our shapefile is. Okay, so it is showing here, it will show here actually. So this is your Barpet Distic shapefile. Okay, so whatever it may be the shape, it will show here, so that you can check whether whatever the shapefile you have been uploaded is correct or not. And you can use this link. Okay, so whenever if you want to load this to your particular map, so you have to use this link and import, close. Otherwise you can directly import by clicking on this import into script. Okay, so you the link which was there to copy, so that it will directly appear here. Okay, so when you start reading your shapefile, so it will automatically, you can just check in particular place when you read the file. Okay, so this is how the shapefile you need to upload in the Google Earth Engine. Okay, now we will create one file or a folder, and then we will write a small code. So you can go to scripts, new, otherwise just reset. Okay, so then go to script, choose any folder or file. Okay, just I'll click on the folder, I'll create a new folder. Give the name as project and don't give any space, or else you have to give the underscore and 1. Okay. Okay, so you can see here the project. This is a folder. Okay, and then what I'll do, I'll just create one file with name part 1. Okay, so just click part 1. So you can see here, just it will come in the project 1. So just, yes, if you haven't saved, it will arise that, it will come that message to save the particular page. Okay, so in the part 1, so here what I'll do, I'll write hello world. Okay, and then I'll give this closing commas. So then what I'll do, I'll just save this and I'll click on run, so it will appear here hello world. If you use this print function, automatically it will print the output, so that output you can see in the console. Okay, so this is what some basic thing that we will be starting with our Google Earth Engine. So in the next video, so we will start with some certain coding scripts, like how to use shapefile, how we can show that shapefile in the map canvas, and how the raster file, and how we can download the raster data like from the Sentinel Hub, or from this night and day data or vegetation data, climate data, and where that data is going to download and saved. So in the next upcoming video, I'll show you that how to work on this particular data. So this brings to an end of the session. So in this session, we come across with the definition of the Google Earth Engine and difference between Google Earth and Google Earth Engine, and introduction to the Google Earth Engine code editor interface, and we have discussed about each and every tab which is present in the code editor, and how to upload the shape file from the hard drive, and how to create folder or file to save the code in the script tab, and after writing the code, how to run the code. Okay, so this is how about today's video. So in the upcoming video, I will be starting with the certain code with some special topics. Thank you so much for your valuable time. So if you have any doubt, please comment in the comment box. Thank you so much.